Okay, let's jump right in. What if I told you there's a massive blind spot in your agency's finances? One that's quietly siphoning thousands of dollars from your profits every single month. Well, we're about to uncover it and, more importantly, show you how to fix it. So let's put a number on it. $38,400 a year. Just let that sink in for a second. That's the average amount agencies like yours lose simply because they aren't billing clients for the specific software and tools they use. It's a cost you're paying, but it's completely invisible on their invoices. So, what is the root of this problem? It's really the cost of guesswork. You see, your flat monthly retainers are hiding a critical truth. Some clients use way more resources than others. You end up just absorbing thousands in SaaS fees because it feels impossible to figure out which specific client is driving up the costs. What ends up happening is your easy, low-maintenance clients are actually subsidizing your most demanding ones. And this brings us right into what I like to call the manual allocation trap. This is that painful old school way of trying to solve the problem, with endless spreadsheets and best guesses, and it's costing you way more than you think. I mean, just look at the difference here. The old way, it's all about tedious spreadsheets, a whole lot of estimating, and a ton of wasted time. We're talking something like 8 hours a month just to get a blurry picture. But the new way? We're talking instant AI analysis, hard data, and shrinking that 8-hour nightmare down to, 5 minutes? It's a no-brainer. And the real financial hit is actually a double whammy. First, you've got that 38 grand in tool costs that you're just not getting back, but then on top of that, you're losing almost $20,000 in billable time. That's nearly 100 hours a year your team is stuck doing admin instead of actual client work. It's just a huge drain on both your revenue and your resources. So, how do we get out of this trap? Well, the answer is automating with AI. And no, this isn't some far-off sci-fi thing. It's about connecting the financial data you already have to get the answers you desperately need right now. And the process itself is surprisingly simple. Seriously. Step 1, you just connect your financial data, say, from QuickBooks to an AI. Step 2, you just ask it a question in plain English, like, hey, analyze my tool costs for each client. And then, step 3, you get instant clarity, an automated, easy-to-read dashboard just seconds later. And I want to be super clear about this. You absolutely do not need to be a programmer. This is not about writing code. It's about business logic. It's about knowing your agency well enough to ask the right questions. The tech does all the heavy lifting for you. Now, this is where it gets really, really cool. This is the part where we go from just looking at a bunch of costs to getting real clarity. This is that aha moment where the data shows you something that can literally change how you run your business. And here it is. Take a look at this. You can't miss that little warning sign, right? Smith Corp., Johnson LLC, Martinez, their tool usage looks totally reasonable as a percentage of their retainer. But then you get to Davis Retail. They're on the smaller side, paying $6 grand a month, but their tool costs are over $1,100. That's almost 19% of their fee just vanishing into software costs. So what's the big insight here? It's that Davis Retail's campaigns are driving costs that are completely out of whack with what they're paying. That $1,100 a month in tool fees should really be their expense, but instead it's just getting swallowed by their retainer, quietly killing your profit margin on that account. And believe me, this isn't just a theory. Listen to what Sarah, an agency owner just like you, did with this exact kind of insight. She said, we discovered Davis Retail was using 40% of our HubSpot contacts, but paying only 7% of total revenue. So what'd she do? We renegotiated their retainer from $6,000 to $7,200 a month. The result? Boom, $14,400 a year recovered just like that. That is the power of knowing your numbers. All right, so you've seen the problem, you've seen the incredible solution. Now let's talk about what you can actually do. This is your new financial playbook to turn this insight into actual income. And you can start right now. I mean, today. Just figure out which client is costing you the most in tools and calculate what percentage of their retainer that is. Then, this week, dig up their contract and see what it says about billing. Start tagging their usage. And this month, it's decision time. Are you going to bill them for the tools separately or just raise their retainer? Either way, you can go have that conversation with them, but this time, you've got the data to back you up. And if you need a little motivation, this is it. This chart says it all. You go from your current profit level to a significantly higher one just by correctly allocating costs you're already paying. This isn't about finding new clients. This is about collecting the profit you've already earned but didn't even know you were missing. At the end of the day, this is about so much more than just plugging a hole in your budget. This is about fundamentally changing your business intelligence. It's about finally moving past just looking at top-line revenue and understanding your true profitability, client by client. And that really just leaves us with one last really important question. The data is there. The tools are ready. The only thing left to do is ask yourself, which one of my clients is my Davis Retail? Which one of them is secretly costing me the most? It's time to find out.